A very good morning to you. It's Friday the 12th of August 2022 and we're just about to set off from just between Bridge 105, 106 on the Grand Union Canal Leicester section, and we're just going to do the first lock of today. That was quite a good mooring there. It was very quiet, much better than mooring up in Leicester, which we couldn't have done anyway because all of the pontoons were full. But it was nice and quiet here, and it was in walking distance of an Aldi, so that was very useful. Today we're looking primarily, we need some petrol and we need a water point, and some services would be good, so we could all have a proper shower and a clean up. That would be fantastic. So today we're heading down hopefully to around about Bridge 73, where there's some really good moorings there apparently, and looks as though there might be a fair amount of shade, which is also something we need to be looking for. So this is Bridge 104, it's King's Lock Bridge. I'm just about to go into King's Lock. Can't hear you. There are some tea rooms here, the King's Lock tea rooms.
Okay, so we've just come through King's Lock, and it's very, very narrow here, and it's very, very weedy as well. The chap we've just spoken to warned us it's quite weedy further on, so we just have to take our time and have a look. Make sure we don't get tangled. Okay, so having stated that it's quite weedy on this bit, we've just been stopped dead in the water because we took about half the bank with us from out the middle, from way down underneath. We've cleared that now, hopefully, fingers crossed we can get a little bit further without any more to do.
I think we just got to keep putting it in reverse every now and again just to try and clear some.
Really weedy. It's coming up to Bridge 103A. Still quite weedy. Shortly we should be arriving at G's Lock, or G's Lock, whichever it's pronounced. just coming up to Geese Lock, and I think someone's coming through, unless they're just sitting having lunch on the gate. No, they're sitting having lunch. Never mind, they can give us a hand with a lock. Okay, so the last lock we just went through was actually Blue Banks Lock, not Geese Lock, as I said. We're coming up to Geese Lock in about 5 minutes, I think.
Once we get through this lock, we then take a very sharp left turn, and that then sends the canal eastwards, and we're going to try and pull up at South Wigston, probably round about bridge 95-94, so I can have a little walk up there and get some fuel. This canal is a little bit of an assault course this morning. We've hit numerous branches and twigs and things. The water level is very low because of this hot spell we're having in the UK at the moment. Steve looking cool with his glasses on. He's put those on to hide his scars. As you can see, this is Bridge 99, Whetstone Lane Bridge, and just the lock straight after it. There's his lordship. We're at the side of a suburb of Leicester, which is Glen Parva. I think there's a young offenders institution here, or there used to be. This is one of the Canal and River Trust community gardens. Some tomato plants there growing. They look quite good. There aren't any that are ripe yet, so we'll leave them where they are. The idea is that you can help yourself and other people plant things if they're here for a while. It's just a nice way of sharing produce amongst boaters. There's some, I don't know what that is, whether it's kale or something. And what have we got here? Oh, we've got some little marrows growing, and some strawberry plants, one or two herbs. I think this is a really cool idea.
We just left the lock number 34, Dunn's Lock. You do need an anti-vandal key for the ground paddles, and it is very, 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 very slow at filling up.
So we've filled up with petrol. I managed to get some at a BP station at South Wigston, which was about a 15-minute walk there and back. And we've had lunch, and we just spotted a narrowboat passing us, so we're going to try and catch it up so that we can share the next locks, because there's about 6. We wanted to stop off at a service point where we definitely need some water, and hopefully there might be a shower we can have as well. What we could do with offloading some rubbish as well. We've managed to catch up with the narrowboat, and we're going to go in the lock together. A bit of luck, we'll save some water too. So we've pulled up and we've got some water, and we're at the boat facilities at Kilby Bridge. Everything here, showers, toilets, Elsan, rubbish. And crucially today, the all important water point. So we've both had showers, cleaned up a bit. Really is sunny today and very hot. So I'm just going to have a cup of tea and then we'll move on down to a mooring. Hopefully get down to as far as Bridge 73. This is probably the hottest part of the day, so hopefully it will start to cool off in a bit. But we've got quite a few locks still to do, about 12 I think.
Come on, anyway, a bit of exercise.
The locks are very close together, these next few, so Steve's going to walk ahead. The canal is certainly a lot clearer. Since we stopped at the services point, this section is very clear, and we're making really good progress. The water levels also seem a little bit higher. That's maybe because of all the water coming down from the various locks that we've got to go through. So you can already see the next lock landing and the next set of lock gates. We've got a pretty set routine going here. Steve goes ahead and lets the water out. Opens one side, I take the boat in, closes the other side, closes the side, and then I go up the ladder and operate the paddle on one side while he operates the paddles on the other side. It certainly gets us through a lot quicker. We're well into some very beautiful Leicestershire countryside, very agricultural. They're already harvesting some of the corn. Lock's in our favour, so we can go straight in. Brilliant. So he's going to look after the starboard side and I'll go on over onto the port side.
Yeah, it's weird now we've got past that bit down there, that's sort of away from Leicester. It's like the
really
weeds,
nice,
it's
isn't
not,
it?
yeah.
The locks are all maintained and greased up and
look at this beautiful Leicestershire countryside. This is where Leicestershire and Northamptonshire meet.
This is the countryside that I grew up with, so it's like coming home. Enjoying yourself, Dad?
I am, yes.
I like your headgear, really nice.
Wet through. I'm cooling down a lot.
It's so hot we've taken to putting wet flannels on our heads, wetting our baseball hats and just letting the water run down our backs. It's quite cooling. Getting quite late on now in the afternoon. I'm not sure what time it might be, but 4:47. So it is beginning to cool a little bit. There's a slight breeze. So this is probably a good time for us to be moving.
Everybody will have second.
Tomorrow we need to have a reasonable early start, although we haven't got a long journey to do, only about 4 miles, but we're headed towards the Foxton Locks, which is basically 2 staircases of 5 locks each. And at the moment the CRT have restricted the hours from 10 until 4 o'clock, and the last boat up should be there by 3:15. So we need to get there early in the morning, and we need to book in with a lock keeper, and we're just gonna hopefully go up the flight, and then we're gonna moor up at the top and use the opportunity to have a little bit of a rest day. And there are a few interesting things to see there. There's a canal museum, and it's a real tourist spot anyway. Lots of cafes and bars, so we might just make use of some of them. Say moo. Moo. I think you could say that this is a quintessential English countryside at its very best. There's even an ancient church there in the background just to complement this beautiful rural scene. And there's the harvest on its way. It's been a good year this, with dead grass if nothing else. The one thing that we've both said all day is just how quiet it has been. We've had very, very few boats pass us. We've met very few people anywhere really, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's been very, very quiet. So this is bridge 78, and we're hoping to get down to bridge 73. We've got around about till 8:30 before it goes dark. We are having to stick to the middle of the channel because at the side in this particular pound, which runs for quite a way, it's quite muddy. This is day 3 of our adventure. Our original plan was to take the boat all the way down to Crick Marina, spend a couple of days there, and then make our way back following the same route. It's now 25 minutes to 8 and we've just arrived, but we haven't quite made it to Bridge 73, but we've seen this spot here, which is absolutely perfect between these two sets of trees. So it's a beautiful shade, which is what we've wanted all day. So we decided that we'd stay here, especially as we've been on the go for quite a while today. So this is going to be the end of day 3. And there's 3 boats here, which makes it nice and safe. Safety in numbers. And Steve's having a beer.
Ready for this.
So thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one.
Bye.